This sports segment is proudly brought to you by Hunt Properties. Morning, sports fans. Let's kick it off with some football news. And Jurgen Klopp was furious with officials after West Ham punished 3 mistakes from Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson Becker and ended the Reds' 25-match unbeaten run with a 3-2 victory on Sunday. Klopp's side would have broken the club's record unbeaten run in all competitions, which stood since 1982, if they had avoided defeat at the London Stadium. But Alisson's disastrous display condemned Liverpool to a first loss since the last loss against Real Madrid way back in the Champions League quarter-final first leg match in April. In other selected results, Southampton 1, Aston Villa 0, Man United 0, Man City 2. 1, Burnley 1, Leeds 1, Leicester City 1, Everton and Spurs playing to a goalless draw, and Arsenal going above Man United with a 1-0 victory against Watford. Moving to some local football news now, Mamelodi Sundowns will go into the November international break, holding a 5-point lead atop the 2021-22 DStv Premiership standings. The Brazilians built on their unbeaten start to their campaign with a 4-0 thumping of Marumo Gallants in Polokwane on Sunday evening. Themba Zwane, Peter Shalolile with 2, and Pavlo Safranco on target for the defending champions, who are yet to concede a goal this season. Gallants, who remain rooted to the bottom of the league standings, are still waiting for their first ever top flight win. In selected results from the DStv Premiership on Friday evening, SuperSport United defeating TX Galaxy 2-1. Kaizer Chiefs doing the business over Orlando Pirates in the Soweto Derby, also 2-1. Royal AM and Baraka FC playing to a 1-0 draw, and Amazulu too strong for Cape Town City with a 2-0 victory. Moving to some rugby news now, a driving maul try from Malcolm Marx with 8 minutes to go, and then a penalty from Elton Yankees on the stroke of full time clinched the Springboks a nail-biting 23-18 win over Wales in their first match of the Autumn Nations series at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff on Saturday. The game was played in persistent rain due to the COVID-inspired directive for the roof and the stadium to remain open, but for a long time it looked like the 8-year Bok drought at the venue might continue. It wasn't so much that the Boks were very poor, but the strange game and the referee and assistant referee joining in the Welsh defence in thwarting the world champions in the first half, and it wasn't until Marks went over in the 73rd minute that the Boks were ahead in the game. In other international results, quite a few results to look into, and Ireland doing the business over Japan, 60 points to 5. Italy at home going down to the All Blacks, 47-9. England far too strong for Tonga with a 69-3 win. France getting one over the Argentinians, 29-20. And a big game yesterday, a great victory for Scotland, 15-13 over the Wallabies. Moving to some cricket news now, as we move over the disappointment of the Proteas not qualifying for the T20 World Cup semi-finals. Some results to look at from yesterday, and also heartbreak for Indian fans as New Zealand defeated Afghanistan by 8 wickets, which meant that India were knocked out of the tournament, no longer able to qualify for the semi-finals, and Pakistan continued their strong run with victory by 72 runs over Scotland. Just one match to look forward to today at 4 p.m. as India take on Namibia in what is a dead rubber. And the semi-finals later in the week on Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m. it's England against New Zealand. And then the second semi-final on Thursday, also starting at 4 in the afternoon, it's Pakistan against Australia. Moving to some golf news now. In Belgium, Thomas Pieters fired a 3-under par 68 in the final round of the Portugal Masters on Sunday to clinch the title by 2 strokes for his 5th European Tour crown. The 29-year-old came into the final round at the Dom Pedro Victoria Golf Course in Villamora, sharing the lead with France's Matteo Pavon, but began with a bogey on the first hole before recovering with an eagle on the 5th. He carded birdies before and after the turn and followed that with another bogey, but gained a stroke in the penultimate hole before finishing 19 under for the tournament. Moving to some Formula One news now, Max Verstappen cruised to victory at the Mexican Grand Prix on Sunday, leaving defending champion Lewis Hamilton to admit the Red Bull's car was far superior. Hamilton clung on to finish second in his Mercedes, holding off a late charge from Red Bull's other driver, Mexican Sergio Perez. The Dutchman increased his lead in the World Championship to 19 points from Hamilton with 4 races left. Before we sign off, just a quick look now at what happened at this past week, 5K Friday, brought to you by Hunt Properties. Let's see what happened. Okay, so that was a look at what happened at this last week of Friday's 5K Friday, brought to you by Hunt Properties. If you'd like to get involved, there's no reason or need to register or anything like that. Just meet down every Friday morning just before 5:30 in front of Concha Cafe in downtown Ballito, and you can enjoy a complimentary coffee at the end as well. I'm Matt Williams for Good Morning North Coast Sport. You have yourself an awesome sporting week, and we'll catch you back here on Friday. It's back over to Prathisha.